Welcome back everyone, my name is Saucy. In my latest tips and tricks video, I mentioned that you are able to juggle multiple balls like this. I asked you to like the video if you wanted to see a tutorial on it, and you guys absolutely crushed it. So I figured I would make an in-depth, advanced tutorial on how to do it. But why would ball juggling even be useful? Well, the more balls you have, the higher the chance of winning team fights. Juggling is therefore super useful in team fights, as you can supply your entire team with balls. I found that by using this mechanic in-game that I started winning the majority of my team fights. After you learn how to do it, you should seriously try it out. It will most likely become part of the meta. You saw it here first, guys. But before we get into the video, thank you all so much for the 1000 subscribers. It has been a dream for me for 3 years, and Knockout City has finally made my dream come true. If you want to see more tutorials and educational Knockout City content, don't hesitate and subscribe to this channel. My next goal is 2000. Alright, let's start, shall we? First, it is important that you map your ball drop button to a comfortable one. On keyboard it is G by default, and this is very uncomfortable. I personally changed it to one of my extra mouse buttons. I don't know what the button on controller is, but be sure it feels comfortable. The trick while juggling is to stop sprinting when you drop. If you sprint while dropping, the ball will go way further than what you want. This is fine on straight parts of the map, but it gives you way less control over the balls you have. If you let go of your sprint button for a split second, you will barely notice the movement decrease. During the time you let go of the sprint button, that's when you drop your ball. And only drop it when you are already in the hitbox of the second. If you spam your drop button, the balls will collide with each other, which messes up your pathing. To be clear, it is possible to do this with 3 or even 4 balls, but this is significantly harder. You can try this for yourself in training. I will be talking about 2 balls only, but just know that this is possible. To go through corners while juggling, turn your camera towards where you want to go and only hold forward. This is W for keyboard, and tilt your joystick up for controller. This way you will walk in that direction so the ball will go there as well. This takes some practice, since I kept forgetting turning my camera isn't enough to change the drop direction of the balls. After a bit of practice, this should be muscle memory and you will do it automatically. For controller, doing this is a lot easier to do since you have a joystick instead of 4 buttons. You can also go up these slopes. It's the same concept, the only difference is that you have to juggle a lot more. Going down slopes is also fairly easy. Just make sure that your balls won't bounce on the slope, as this will give it speed, again losing your control. The way you go up bounce pads is like this. It is pretty slow. You could also drop the ball on the bounce pad, but this is risky and usually results in you losing the ball. The couple seconds that you lose by doing what you see in this clip is way safer and worth the extra few seconds. You can also manually throw balls over gaps or big empty areas. This is how to get 2 balls across gaps like this one. Sometimes you will have to stop your momentum to start supporting your team. You have 2 ways to do this. One is to stand still while dropping your ball like this. This makes you throw them straight up, making them come at a stop. Another way to do this is to run in front of your thrown ball to make it collide with your body. Surprisingly, this completely stops their momentum. I prefer this option as it is way faster and it requires less inputs. You can use the pipes on Back Alley Brawl to juggle as well. The goal of juggling is to make your way to your teammates to supply them with the balls you brought with you. This is what you use juggling for. In 1v1s, juggling is pretty weak, as you will have a ball back at your nose before you could even throw the second one. You usually start juggling after you got KO'd and your teammates are still fighting, or at the start of the game to gather as many balls as possible to win the first fight. It is still useful when you have a spare ball no one is using. And that is pretty much all there is to it for now. You guys might find additions to this video. If you do, make sure to comment them. Like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content like this. This was Saucy, thank you so much for watching.